We start? Welcome. Where do you live?
Yafo.
Oh, Yafo. Nice. So how did it get to your inbox?
I think I must have signed up something at some point.
To here?
Some ITV.
Okay.
I think I get their emails every week.
Okay. That you ignore
I
easily.
usually delete. Yeah.
You can unsubscribe, you know.
No, but it was meant to be.
Yeah.
I saw this one and I was like, I'm going to this one.
Nice. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome. I saw you last week, right? You were here? No? Have we never met?
No.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Malka.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome. Are you friends?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she dragged you.
I dragged her.
She dragged
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
She dragged
The
you.
opposite, but she dragged me.
I dragged her.
Okay, good. Hi. Nice. Nice work. All right, welcome back, everyone. So today we are going deep into the nefesh. Anyone have a chance to go over last week's class? Can anyone just kind of summarize in a few sentences what we were talking about before we take off? Don't be shy. Anyone want to say what we learned? I'm not saying it again.
Emotions stored in the
Good.
nefesh,
What about it?
but it's
Do you remember last week I said you're going to walk out this door, you're going to make a left, and you're going to walk down the block, and you're going to walk into your favorite sushi restaurant, and then you're going to say, wow, that was a great class, so inspiring. Something about the nefesh, something about like emotions, something. So go over the material because you want to get this under your belt. So really, if it was a one-time off class, I wouldn't say that because it's whatever. It is what it is. It goes into the conscious and then falls into the subconscious somewhere, and then it's over. But because it's it's a series and it's going to build one off the next, it's really important to review. It's really important to review because we're moving forward fast. So much information. Anyone remember anything from last week?
Yeah, something that really hit me was about how every time we don't take responsibility for things and we blame parents or family or boss or boyfriend or anything, rain, anytime we blame other people, we're doing ourselves a disservice, and you're just...
So what are you supposed to do instead of blame?
Take responsibility for everything. If you don't like a situation, you have the power to change it. You have the power to forgive people. You have the power to completely take responsibility. Say, it might not be my problem, it might not be my fault. It's my responsibility.
Nice.
And I'm going to take that on and work on that. And
What's responsibility if you break it down? The ability to what? The ability to have the correct response. Doesn't matter what lands up on your plate. You cannot control the world around you. You cannot control the circumstances in your life. Not to the full extent. Anyway, you can only control your impulses and responses, reactivity to what goes on in your life. That's the only thing you have any control over. And you think that like after you get married, you'll be able to control him. No, that just goes the opposite direction. The more control you try to have over something, the more it runs away from you, right? And then you think when you have kids, then you'll control them. But again, all of a sudden there's all this emotional stuff that happens where the more you try to tell them what to do, what to eat, what's healthy, who to be friends with, the more you get pushed out of their emotional space and life. So it's really important to remember that the stuff that goes on around us in our life, like it's like God sends us, like whoa, like where did this person come out? Like what? How did this land up in my plate? Like why do I have to deal with this? Like the plumber came to fix something, instead of fixing it, he broke it, and now like there's just like stuff like flying all over your living room. It's just like what, right? Why? Because the only thing really that's happening in our life is that we're constantly being stimulated. And and this is what we're getting into today, I'm not going to get into it yet, we're going to get into it in a minute, but I'm just giving you a little bit of an introduction before we jump into the material. If our emotional stability is hijacked by a million different things a day, we have to know that our nefesh is out of whack. Okay, just think an acidic body versus an alkaline body. Okay, think bacteria can grow in acidity and it's less likely to grow in an alkaline environment. Think that it's not necessarily the bacteria that's creating the illness. It's the acidity that's now kind of like a bed. It's like a holding place for the bacteria to create the illness. Meaning if the acidic environment wasn't there, if the body wouldn't be acidic, then the likelihood of getting cancer or any other disease is very, very slim to none. Right? But once the environment is acidic, then anything can come in and all of a sudden there's like this crazy adverse reaction. Why? Because the stuff that we're being challenged with on a day-to-day basis, like the guy that cut us off, the guy that, we're supposed to cross the street and all of a sudden a car comes, when it wasn't supposed to, we had the right of way, or in the bank, or on the phone with our moms, or at work, or wherever it may be, the more harsh our reaction to it is going to be, the more of an indication that our internal environment, our spiritual makeup, our emotional capacity is out of whack. And that's okay. Because just like you can detox and then get your body back in balance, you can detox your neshama, your nefesh, and get your stuff back in balance. Meaning a healthy person is a person that's able to say, oh my gosh, there's traffic, I'm late, I owe money here, I'm not sure if I'm getting paid there, I don't know where my husband is, I never met him yet, I don't know where he is, he's just so irresponsible, I don't know, all these things are happening in my life and I'm able to hold it. I don't, like we said last week, the kid that spills the milk on the floor and it's like, oh my God. Why is the reaction so intense, so high-pitched, so out there? Because the nefesh is so not well. The nefesh is not in balance. Okay, so today we're going to learn about how that happens, why that happens, how to get our nefesh back in balance, back in check, and how to be able to keep a mental note, like a note to self. 1 second, when I walk down the street and someone cuts me off, or I'm shocked by something, or all of a sudden I get a ticket on my window, or something happens that's a stimulus. If I'm able to see it, say, oh, bummer. What can I do? It's an outside of my control. I don't have a control over the guy that's driving the car that's coming from the other direction. I have no control over him. Therefore, I can't do anything about it. All I can say, all I can do right now is that I was stimulated and my reaction has to be bummer or Baruch Hashem or whatever you believe in. But if the reaction is going to be a really intense one, you have to know that all of these things are coming into your life for you to see yourself. Just to see where your nefesh is at. All of these people, all of these experiences, all of these interactions that are so heavy, that are so harsh, that are so unfair, that are so bitter, that are so big, that are so like that, are coming in as friends to say, hey, relax. What's up? What's going on? Let's take a deeper look. Let's take a look at your wound. Let's take a look at what you're carrying around. Let's take a look at your belief system. Let's take a look at how you're gauging, how you're absorbing. Let's take a look. Why is it so important? And that's what we're going to learn tonight. I just wanted to just remind us that last week we had a class all about the nefesh. And basically what we said that was really, really important, that just like Hashem just like put it in my head because I never thought of it at all before then. And then afterwards, as I was thinking about it the whole week, it like really put things into perspective for me. The living room. Remember the living room? The living room. Your internal space. If your internal space is a nice, cozy place that you love and you created and it's nice for you to stay in and be in and you like it, that's amazing. But if your living room is almost abusive in its color, in its fabric, and the way you feel when you're in there, you're always trying to escape. You're always trying to go outside of your house. You're always trying to go outside of yourself. So the number one thing we can do with our life is create an internal good place for me to be in. Nice, warm, secure, loving. When that is there, when I'm experiencing that kind of an internal experience with myself, then the winds of craziness outside can happen. It won't shake me to my core. It won't put me in a state of fear or worry to that extreme. It won't. Okay? And also, when I won't need to go outside to look for anyone to make me feel so good and warm and cozy. I won't need it from someone. It would be nice if someone came into my space and we got along and we enriched each other's experience and in the partnership here, and we like, he opened my eyes to certain things, I opened his eyes to certain things, so we're together in this. It's not I'm dying. Please, someone tell me you love me. Someone send me a text message. That is a very, 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 very strong indication that the living room that you have put up, created, established inside is one that is threatening, is one that is harsh. The language there, difficult language. It's a difficult language that you have going on in there. And it's really, really important to hear ourselves talk to ourselves. What do you say to yourself? When you are displeased with yourself, how do you talk to yourself? When you fail, what's the language? Stupid. Stupid. You know any friends I have that curse themselves? Literally curse themselves. And because I am so sensitive to it at this point, because I've done all this work for so long, I literally, even when I said it, I just got the chills. I never, and I used to look at myself in the mirror and say, you're so fat. You're so fat. You're so fat. I remember as a little girl, like I would make like faces and say it to myself and like with passion and wow. And it really, 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 I just want you to know, the day I stopped saying it to myself is the day I started to lose weight, literally. And I didn't change anything else. I didn't change anything because our words keep us stuck, or because our words have energy. Okay, our words have energy to them. Feel this energy. Hate, shame, loneliness, depression, stuck, alone, abandoned, fear, evil, war, hatred. Feel this energy. Love, acceptance, kindness, care, nurture, unity, connection, unconditional love. It has a whole different vibration. So when you are displeasing of the things that you say, do, act, or don't say, do, and act, and you go at it with yourself, and you give it to yourself, the way either you got it as a kid from one of your parents, or the way you've picked up along the way, you have to know that is what is contributing to the violence in that living room inside. That is what is contributing to that environment inside. No more negative environment. The negative environment only breeds more negativity. When I have a negative environment inside, I am looking to go outside in order to make myself feel good. And when other people make me feel good, then I'm high. And when I'm alone, I'm dead. And that is what's going on there. What's number one thing that contributes to that? How you address yourself. Are you there for yourself? Are you there for yourself? When you're in a difficult situation, when things are hard, are you caring and kind to yourself? It sounds almost ridiculous. Almost like, come on, like, yalla, right? Like, next. Especially for the Israelis, Russians amongst us. I don't know about, maybe even the Brits. No, I don't know, I'm not sure. But like, you know, Americans can handle this more. They can be like, yeah, I want to be kind to myself. You know, that's definitely more of like in our nature. But like, for a majority of us, it's like, who cares what you say to yourself? It's what you do that matters. It's how much you have that matters. It's who you know that matters. That's what matters. Who cares if you call yourself stupid or loser or incompetent or whatever? It has everything to do with how much you create. It has everything to do with how successful you are. It has everything to do with whether you're going to get married or not going to get married. It has everything to do with the relationship that you're going to have with your kids in the future. It has everything to do with how much money you're going to have in your account. It has everything to do with whether you're going to feel alone in a full room of people or full in an empty room of people. Has everything to do with, we are the creators of our experience. We are the creators of everything that we feel, touch, smell, and are a part of in our life. We are completely the creators. And the programming of that is speech. Pick your words carefully, because your words are going to create everything. Your internal environment creates everything, attracts or pushes away everything. You can want something so badly, but if you are nasty to yourself, not to other people, God forbid, but to yourself, your soulmate's not coming anywhere near you, not with a 10-foot pole. Because even though you're like, hi, good, I'm good. What wine are you drinking? Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, Shabbat was amazing. Yeah. They sense it. You smell it. You smell it on the person that's fake. That's not real. That's not fully in themselves. You smell it. So the kinds of people that we end up attracting when we're in that environment where we're looking outside to get the love that we need from the inside. We're looking outside for someone to save us. We're looking outside for someone to notice this person. We're looking outside for compliments. We're looking outside for someone to say, nice, good job. Wow, I got 36 likes. Now I need something. That's how people live today. They literally live for likes from the outside, from people to just be like, yeah, you're all right. And I feel that much, but it's not, it's fake. For the women in the room, it's like, when you go shopping and it's just like, you're done with everyone. You're like, give me your credit card. Then you go shopping, or you take your own, and you go shopping, and then you feel so good in that moment where you have new clothes and new shoes and maybe perfume and maybe some makeup, like you went shopping, okay? And then you come home and you're just you have this good feeling, like you have these new clothes, and then you hang them up and you put things away. And the bag, it looks like it was more, but then you put it in your closet and it's 3 things. And now it's all right, next, what are we doing next? What's next? What's gonna make me feel good next? Same thing. It's called in Hebrew, rigushim. People that are looking, litragesh kol hazman. People are addicted. We are addicted to sugar, meds. We are addicted to adrenaline rushes. We are addicted to next. New house, new girl, new guy, new. Because every time I start new, there's a rush. And people get addicted to that rush. So we're addicted to the stuff that makes us feel high. Whatever it is. It could be drugs or alcohol or people or parties or a certain job that we have that we feel like when we're in it, we feel like, yeah. But it's just a high and it peaks like the shopping and then okay? And then where do we land? We land back in the living room. All right, are we ready? Are we ready to begin? Everyone move your heads this way like this. Do that. Good, move your shoulders backwards. Round. Yofi. Let's begin. Is this heat? Is there heat coming at me? Because I'm dying. Hold on, I have to turn.
Are you on air conditioning?
What? No, I have air conditioning. Natural air conditioning. Thank you.
Where is that coming from?
I don't know. I feel like there's heat
There
being
was
blasted on
heat.
me. It was
There
heat,
was
right?
something. I heard it too. Oh.
Every time it goes on, my mind thinks it's heat, so I get hotter. See?
Breakthrough.
Exactly. It's like breakthrough. Is anyone cold? Do you want me to close? Are you good? We're good? Yeah? Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, so in this class we're going to learn about guf, and then we're going to move into the nefesh. And we're going to learn that the guf and the nefesh have the same exact patterns. Meaning the way you treat your guf, if you do it with your nefesh as well, the way you treat your body, if you move those principles into the nefesh realm, you're good. You're good. We're going to simplify it, and today, God willing, you're walking out of here. By the way, I'm sending you the notes for this class. It's about 4 or 5 pages. It's all typed up. I'll send it to you to the WhatsApp group. So if you're not in the WhatsApp group, get on the WhatsApp group so you can get them. Okay? And it's all written out for you there. So if you want, you can write, or you can just absorb. Any questions up until now? You're all good? Okay, good. You're all beautiful, by the way. Very pretty people. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to learn body now. We're starting with bodies. Okay, there's 3 things. 3 components for health or also for illness. First one is re'alim. Re'alim are toxins, toxicity. Second one, I'll explain exactly what I mean. Just listen. Second one is herkev adam. Herkev adam is the formulation of the red blood cells. Okay? The third one is energia itzvit, which is the energy in your body, the energy going through your body. Okay? So if these 3 components, which is toxicity in the body, and then the Yeah, toxicity, and then the makeup of the blood, which is the red blood cells, and how fast they are. Give me the word. Generated. Okay, sounds good. And then the energy in the body. Okay, if these three things are working, you're healthy. You're good to go. You can have McDonald's. I mean, basically, you're good to go. What does that mean? It means that the toxicity that we eat. Okay, and right now we're talking about food. Okay, the toxicity that we eat, that's in our food, and there's toxics, and our bodies can take toxicity. That's a thing. You'll see these drug addicts are like shooting up heroin like majority of their life, and then they go to rehab and they come out and they're functional human beings. And how did their body take all of that? How? The needles and the drugs and the things and the way they lived. How did their body take all and bounce back? Because our bodies are brilliant. They're brilliant and sophisticated. Our bodies are created to heal themselves. They heal themselves. The body heals itself. All we have to do is stay out of its way. All we have to do is stay out of its way. You get a cut. The next day, what happens to the cut? Basically gone. Or you have a little scab, and then the next day it's gone. Right? The deeper the cut, or the more the body has to focus there and heal it. But the body heals itself. That's the beauty of it. No green juice. Okay? No green juice. No wheatgrass. None of that gives you health. Health is something that you're born with in your body. It's something that you have. It's something that you have. It's something that we can, God forbid, sabotage. It's something that if we get in the way, and then it leaves us. And then illness replaces it. God forbid. But health is something that we have. It's just, we have it. Thank God. We have it in our body. And our body can take toxicity. It means that we don't have to be crazy, vegan, nuts, exercising 24/7 in order to be healthy. We can be, let's just say, just for an example, we could be 80% healthy. 80% we eat healthy, meaning fruits and vegetables every single day, water every single day, maybe a walk every single day, okay? Basic health. And then if we have a cup of soda, then it's twice a week, okay? Especially this fellow friend that should be banned and in prison at this point. Yeah, so that's basically the story. So the story is like this. So we have the toxicity, okay? And then we have the blood. Now, if the chemistry of the blood, if the makeup of the blood is not creating itself in a timely fashion, meaning if it gets slowed down, how would it get slowed down? It gets slowed down by whether we have energy or doesn't have energy. If a body has energy, if a human being has energy, now there are certain things that we ingest, whether it's drugs or food or whatever, that you eat them and immediately you don't have any energy. You notice that? Yeah? Immediately, some people have that with milk, some people have that with carbs, some people have that with smoking, some people have that with, all of a sudden you were fine, you were awake, all of a sudden you're just like, you have no energy. Okay? It took all your energy out of you. So the more energy, the less energy a person has in their body, the slower their system, their circulatory system, their red blood cells are going to produce in their body. Why is this so important? I'll explain why this is so important, because it's every single thing to do with our emotional health. Okay? Okay. So when a person's energy goes down, our ability to heal gets weakened. Get that? When our energy goes down, our ability to heal gets weakened. When our energy goes down, our ability to heal gets weakened. That's why taking a walk and kind of like moving the engine, restarting the engine, right? All the time. Why is that so vital? It's so vital because then we have more energy, and the more energy we have, the more our body can fight whatever it needs to fight. Whatever's coming in, whatever bacteria, whatever toxicity, whatever's in the tissues, whatever's brewing in there, God forbid. Okay, that's later gonna, somehow surface, God forbid. Okay? But the more we're able to be in motion and movement, then the healthier we are going to be. Period. End of story. Because the body's natural engine, its natural force, its natural ability is to heal, health. Okay? And that's number one. Number one is to remember that movement creates energy. The more energy, the more healing. The less energy, the less healing. Okay? Yes? Good. Let's move on to the next part. Okay. So what happens? So when a person's stressed, what's going on in their body? What's happening to them on a hormone level?
Your body's
Children.
in fight or flight.
What's that?
Your body's in fight or flight.
Okay, what's happening hormonally?
Adrenaline.
Good, adrenaline. So what happens when we have our like this like surge of adrenaline? Like someone's about to like crash into you and you're like, and all of a sudden your whole body's like, right? You feel that? You feel that? Your legs, your thing, right? So what happens when there's like so much energy? Adrenaline, sorry. Adrenaline gets, people think that adrenaline is energy. So people get addicted to adrenaline because for energy you have to work. And who wants to work? Not fun to work. So let me take a pill, or let me drink coffee, or let me have more sugar, or let me take something that's going to give me that up, and then I get addicted to a life of adrenaline, which is to-do lists and running and not being able to sit and not being, just constantly doing. And I buy into the very Western concept of I am a human doing. I'm not a human being. What matters is that I'm a human doing, because being is boring. Sitting here and just listening is boring. Meditating is shoot me in the head. Okay? And green juices are for the cows, because I am not going to be like that. That's just like, no. Okay? Because everyone is very into that whole style of let me just do. Now we're totally addicted to this adrenaline rush, and we don't feel this adrenaline rush, then that's when all the depression sets in and the sadness sets in. So then we're looking for the rigushim, back to the rigushim. What are we looking for? We're looking for who to call, where to go, who's going to be nice to me right now, who can I text, who can leragesh oti, who can make me feel something. Because I already had enough coffee, I already took my meds today, I already went out, I already did all my things on my to-do list, I already went to the gym, I already did all my things. Now I'm back, here I am, and now it's... Why? Because the higher the adrenaline, the lower the feeling afterwards. Okay, that's how it works. Now, what happens in our body? Our bodies are meant to take adrenaline. Where adrenaline is put there, it's in a hormone, it secretes when it needs to be secreted. But when a person lives their entire life addicted to adrenaline, okay, addicted to moving, addicted to doing, addicted, cannot sit with themselves, cannot be with themselves, cannot face themselves, cannot sit quietly. You know, when religious married women go to the mikvah, right? They go to the mikvah, and part of being in the mikvah is to sit in the bathtub for about 15 to 20 minutes, okay? Some people say more, some people, it's fine. So 15 to 20 minutes to sit in the bathtub. I literally have so many women telling me, like, that is the hardest part of my life. Sitting in the bathtub for 15 to 20 minutes. I don't know what to do with myself. What do you do in there for 15 to 20 minutes? What do you do? Like, I can't use my phone because, like, I'm not gonna, like, it's gonna fall. So I can't use my phone. I put on music, but it's like not like like it's not nice because like there's other women in the thing and like they might be having a spiritual experience somewhere. So like it's not nice like blast music in the mikvah. You know what I'm saying? So like. So what do you do in the bathtub for 20 minutes? I'm like literally climbing the wall. Like, what? It's only been 4 minutes? Like, oh my God. Right? Why? Because there's a whole world inside. There's an internal place. There's a real experience going on inside. And everything on the outside that we're experiencing is a 100% a reflection of what's going on the inside. And yet, to face myself, to be with myself, to have quiet from everyone and everything, and just disconnect. And that's why Shabbos is such a problem for so many people, because it's like, what do I take? What do I grab? What do I do? Like, you know? I know people that started keeping Shabbos in the beginning, they would just get like trashed every single Friday night. And then they would like sleep the whole Shabbos day. That's how they started keeping Shabbos. I was like, I hear that. It works. You're definitely keeping Shabbos, I guess. So that's basically the equation. You have the equation. Fine. So let's keep going. So I'm not going to get into this because we don't have so much time, but I want to get into the meat and potatoes of this thing. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Fine. Okay. Thing is like this. We're human beings, and like we said before, that just like a person can have a very acidic environment and then they can detox and then their body will help you, they will help their body, they will stand out of the way, they will stop drinking certain things, stop ingesting certain things, and their body will naturally come back to an equilibrium. It will naturally come back to a state of alkaline. That same concept happens in the nefesh as well. In other words, if I realize that when stuff comes into my life, the stimulus that comes into life is overwhelming for me, I have a very, very strong emotional reaction to things. Okay? I feel strongly about a lot of different things. I have ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. And that's what my life looks like. The more ups and downs I have in my life, the more weakened my nefesh becomes. You get that? The nefesh becomes weakened from extreme emotional responses. Okay? The nefesh becomes weakened from our reaction to the triggers that we have in our life. We have a trigger and then we react because we come at it from a place of reactivity, okay, as opposed to a place of responsibility, having the correct response, okay, and not playing this ping pong thing with all the people in our life. So we have these parents of ours, right, or the family members, that they are usually the biggest triggers for us. So we have to know that, like, when I'm going to be around the people that trigger me, I have to have a backup plan. I need to know that these triggers of mine, this ping pong, that they'll say something. Oh, you're always like that. You were always that way. Of course you're still single. Like, if they're going to say things that are just going to, like, really go deep inside, I need to know. I need to come prepared to know for my own well-being. Because once I get triggered, and once I react, and once I go like that, I have to know that I'm pouring acid into my internal environment. Acid. And only dark things can grow in acid. And only harsh things grow in acid. You think it goes away after you answer back. You think it goes away after you slam the door. You think it's over once you leave. It brews. It brews in there, and it sits in there, and it boils and bubbles, and it's all in there. And then we learn to just kind of like push it away and move on. But it really leaves a scar. So in order to avoid stimulus like that with people that really grate on our nerves over and over and over again, we have to know to come prepared. How do we come prepared? We come prepared few things. Number one is Ein Habdolach. Number one is the material that we're going to learn here of how to. It's almost like imagine a slow motion. Someone's throwing the ball at you, slow motion, and the ball is coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and you last minute are able to stop it and turn it around and throw it back, as opposed to getting hit in the face every single time. Because that's what happens when we're triggered. We're hit in the face every single time. We least expect it, boom, all of a sudden it's like, ah! And the ah creates disease, creates mental illness. The ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs creates mental illness. Legit. The ones that you take real medications for. The real ones that you don't know what's wrong with you. What is wrong with me? The responses have to be monitored. They have to be controlled. We have to. So what we're going to learn here is how to do that. But we're not learning it yet. We're going to learn it in the 5th and 6th class. I'm just letting you know the exact formula of Ein Habdolach and how to put it into practice. Ein Habdolach is basically knowing how to do this. Being triggered and knowing how to stop it, turn it around, and throw it back. And it works literally the first time you do it. The first time you do it, it starts working. It's a healing for our nefesh. It's 100% a healing for our nefesh. Okay, so number one, we have to know how to react to the situations that are coming at us. We have to know that there's not an option, there's not a chance that I'm going to fly off the handle and risk weakening my nefesh. Because what happens when my nefesh is weakened, my thoughts are weakened, my desires are weakened, my excitement for life is weakened, my belief in myself is weakened. That's all the nefesh. That's what we were talking about last time. The nefesh is everything about you, your personality, your character, your aspirations, your dreams, your wants. Everything's in there. That's your nefesh. That's who's talking to you right now. It's not this body that's talking to you. It's not limbs and bones and a face and like teeth. That's not what's talking to you right now. It's my nefesh that's talking to you right now. That's what's here. This is just clothing. This is just a casing. That's what we were saying last time. So if I'm in a space of this like ping pong thing in my life, he says this, I'm down. He says this, I'm high. He loves me, I'm high. He doesn't want me, I'm down. I get a job? Yay! I don't like my job? Oh. I have money? Woo! I'll go on vacation? Yay! I don't, my plane is canceled and delayed? Oh. No, we're smarter, we're newer, we have more information. We have more information than our parents did. We have more tools, we have more techniques. We can't put ourselves in a position where we're going to need meds just to get through the day, just to start the morning. We can't. And because they also stop working at a certain point. And once they stop working, then you have to up it, and up it, and up it, and up it. And then it's never ending. You know how many people I speak to a week that suicide is just something, not suicide, but death seems very alluring to them. Because life is so, so difficult. So, so, so hard. You know how many people? Lots of people. So you have to know that, number one, we have the ability to have the correct response. All we have to know is know how to come to a right response. When you are being triggered, you have to know in that moment that if I allow myself to react to every single stimulus that comes into my life that I have no control over, okay? The plane and the bus and the car and the money or whatever, I don't have control over what's happening to me right now. I have to know that I have to first and foremost protect self. First and foremost protect self. How do I do that? I have the correct response. What's the correct response? To remember, okay? To remember that as long as, and this is where we're going back to the toxicity, the blood, and the energy. As long as there's healthy movement in the nefesh, okay? Healthy movement in the nefesh, a person, okay, I'm going to read it to you straight from the Zohar, okay? This is like straight out of the text, like really like hardcore text. Okay, I really want to just read to you the Hebrew here. Hold on. Here. בעניין החולאים הבאים על בני האדם. The diseases that come upon man. כי עיקר הוא הרוח. Because the main thing that's going on in a person that is ill is their nefesh, is their ruach, is their spiritual component. That's the part of them that's ill. Meaning, the body comes after the soul. If a person is ill in their body, it's because their soul has been taking a beating. Okay? והגוף הוא הטפל. And the body is secondary. וכל הרופא החכם בבואו אצל החולה, and any smart doctor that will come to a sick person, לקו על הדאגות וברר את החולה מה מדאיג אותו. So basically what he's saying here is that he's going to calm down his worries. Okay, that's what he's going to do. He's going to calm down this sick person's worries, and he's going to ask him what's worrying him, what's bothering him. He's going to get him to talk. Okay, השתדל להשקות את קהות כממותו. He's going to try to take away the darkness in what's very, very wrinkled in his soul. That's a smart doctor, not a doctor that comes in and says, "Hi, yeah, your dad has cancer," which is basically something that happened to us this year. In a very cold, not a doctor like the majority of the doctors that we have today. No, not the doctors that give the cold facts and then they'll leave the person hanging. Because in essence, the body's disease is just a reaction to what's happening inside their soul, it's happening inside their nefesh. It's the years of beating themselves up. It's the years of a bad internal environment. It's the years of having reactive experiences with people. It's the years of feeling like someone took away my power and I have to fight back for it. It's the years of not being seen, of not feeling seen. It's the years of not seeing themselves and not having self-love and self-care. It's the years and the wear and tear on that nefesh that now says, hi, illness. So he says here very clearly, he says, Ruach ish yechalkel et machalao. It's the ruach of the person, it's the spiritual component of the person, it's the nefesh of the person that's going to either heal the guf, the body, or is going to keep making it sick over and over and over again. Some people get sick, they take a thing, and then they get better, and then they get sick again. And then they take a thing, and then they get better, and then they get sick again. Like, oh my gosh, okay, so let's go to a better doctor, let's go to a better specialist, let's do this, let's do that, let's take you to reflexology, let's do, I don't know, shiatsu, let's do something to help you. And it just pops up somewhere else, and somewhere else, and somewhere else. Why? Because the shoresh, the root, the source. The source. And what's the source? The source is the nefesh. Okay? So we're learning preventative medicine here. We're learning how the guy that cuts you off, let him cut you off. Let the man cut you off, man. Let him cut you off. Seriously. Seriously. We grew up in a world where if you don't stand up for yourself, you don't take revenge, then you're going to be a welcoming mat and no one's going to respect you. Respect yourself. Love yourself. Tend to yourself. Be kind to yourself. You'll see how many people respect you then. People don't respect the guy that's up in everyone's faces because they touched him or they looked at him the wrong way. Those are not the people that get respected. People don't get respect by the people that fly off the handle or can't listen to anything that anyone else is going through. I had just finished teaching this course. This was like 5 months ago. I was living in Rehovot at the time. I was like all like Zen, like super connected. I had taught this course like 3 times in a row in America, and then I taught in America a few times, and I came to Israel, and I taught in Israel, and then I videoed myself doing it, and I was put it online, and I sold it as a course, and I was all like breakthrough 2, breakthrough 2, breakthrough 2. My whole life was like Ein Habdolach. Everywhere I went, I was doing Ein Habdolach. Anyway, I was like on Herzl in Rehovot, driving my car, and I made a U-turn. And as I was making a U-turn, this huge truck, no, like monster truck, okay, was coming down. It's like a small street. It's like Gorbachev. What's this? Gorbachev. Gorbachev. So it was that kind of street, okay? And I'm halfway. Like my car had turned my car, and my car is like this. My kids are in the back seat, both of them. I'm here, and I just have to turn it this way to turn around, right? And he comes speeding at me, like literally, like the what's it called? Light, like a bolt of lightning, something like that. Yeah, really, wow. And he comes speeding at me, and I couldn't move. I was frozen, and my kids were all looking at it. He's about to crash into us. He's so huge. The truck was so huge. He's about to crash into us, and I just can't move. I can't move because it's so fast, and he's coming. And me and my kids are just looking at the window like that. And the last second, no, I'm telling you, it was like a hair's breadth in between my car and his car. He stopped the car. I can't even tell you what happened to me. At first I breathed, and then all of a sudden all this like Sephardi Israeli rage. I can't even tell you what came over me. Okay, this is after teaching breakthrough and all of that. I turned the car around, got up, opened the door, I got out, and he stood there. He waited because it was almost a car accident, so he didn't move. I got out of the car. I was about to walk up to the driver's seat to like open the door and just, I don't know, climb there, like hit him or like do something. Like, what are you doing? Like, you saw. And my kids are looking at me, and I'm like about to attack. And all of a sudden I'm just like, no. My kids are like, Ima, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, Ima doesn't want mental illness. Ima doesn't want mental illness. They're like, it's too late. Yeah. We're good on this? Cool. Okay. All right.
And then you moved away.
And then I parked my car, and we went to pizza. I was like, oh my gosh. Yes, it was fun. Okay. This class is, the thing with this class is that it's a lot of information. So we're going to do a little bit more, okay? Because we did a lot of introduction, so we're going to do a little bit more. And then next class, if you can go over the sheets that you got, that would be amazing. Go over the sheets that I'm going to send you in the WhatsApp group, okay? Just read them. It's all in English. It's all clear. There's some Hebrew there, but I explain everything. Read them so you have like a basic clarity and outline, because there's just a lot of information here, okay? So, let me just see what part I'm going to give you, and then we're gonna end with that. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to decide if to open this up with you or not to open this up with you right now. Anyone have any questions till now? Anyone have any questions? No, we're good? Okay.
More about your process after you had that whole truck incident. Like, just relaxed yourself like that. It sounds like easier to go from up there to like contain yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Listen, the way it works is like this. Here, you know what? We're going to do the last part, and then next class we're going to go into the middle part, and we're going to start class 3. Okay? So we're going to do the last part. Last part answers what you just said. Last part, it's like this. Here. There's an episode in life. Okay? Here's the stimulus that happens. The next thing that happens is tfisa sichlit, the way we gauge it, the way we understand it. Tfisa sichlit, the way we experience it, okay? How it hits us. And then what it elicits is a regesh, is an emotion, okay? Which is exactly what happened there. The truck, the way I saw it, and how I felt afterwards, okay? So, the way that's every situation that we are in our life. Whenever we're in a situation, it's like that. It's there's a stimulus, the way we gauge it, and then the way we feel about it. Anything. The guy you're dating, your boss, your landlord, at home, with yourself, on an airplane, in a restaurant, wherever you go, it's what's happening outside of me, how I understand it, and how I react to it emotionally. Okay? It's like this. It says like this. The way we think about the experience, the episode we're encountering, will determine how we feel towards it. Everything rests upon our emotional state. Triggers from life awaken an emotional response. Okay? So Ein Habdolach will teach us very, very clearly how to now have this response and how to be able to immediately discharge it. Discharge it. There's no charge anymore. You understand? There's no charge anymore. So what happened to me in that moment is that there was all this stuff that happened, and that was my normal reaction. And so I didn't do my normal reaction. I had it come out, I had it come up, and then before it came out of me, before I went to war, okay? Before it came out of me, what I did was I did Ein Habdolach. So Ein Habdolach teaches us like this, that there is nothing in our lives that is coming to us just because they're coming to us. Everything is meduyak, is exact. The person that you bump into for no reason, that you don't know, that you just bump into and like, oh, sorry, bye. That's for a reason. There was something in that exchange that had to happen. Will we know? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll meet him down the line and be like, hey, I remember you, we bumped into you when we walked out of that class on Tuesday night on Boger Show. Right? So, could be not. But every single person that's sent to your life, the people on the road, all the way up to your parents, down to your kids, anyone that you're in business with, at any point of your journey in your life, you have to know that these people are not just people. These people are messengers. These people are coming with a message for you. And it's not them, because they have no idea that they're messengers. And they have no idea that they're coming with a message for you. And they have no idea why they're mean to you. And they have no idea why they don't know. They don't know, just like you don't know when you're a messenger for someone else. But these people are messengers. And what they're doing is coming, and like we said last time, they're coming as mirrors. They're coming as mirrors because there's no way, because there's a rule of thumb. And the rule of thumb is a person cannot see his own blemishes, period. You thinking that you're not good enough is not seeing your blemishes. If a person can really see their blemishes, they wouldn't have Moshe Rabbeinu. He knew how to see his own blemishes and still be the man. He wasn't like, oh my God, I'm so bad. I don't want to be a leader. You know, that wasn't him. He was like, oh, this is what God put into this creation that He created. I didn't choose this. I didn't know I was coming in here. I didn't know that this was going to happen. I didn't know that this was going to be me. I didn't choose any of this. I don't choose any of this. It chooses me. What does it choose me based on? What does it choose you based on? It chooses you based on your internal environment. If you are experiencing harsh, internal environment's harsh. If you are experiencing love, internal environment's love. If someone comes at you and you see them just like, and you're like, they're just like screaming and like, and you're just like, all you see is ugly. You gotta remember, Baal Shem Tov says, Shemetz mineu. You would not see it. It would not come into your reality if you are not dealing with that in your nefesh. If you don't have something in your nefesh that's like, you wouldn't see it. So Ein Habdolach tells us, wait, don't go there and start saying, oh my God, I just saw Muhammad kill someone. Am I him? No. But if, God forbid, a person sees somebody killing someone, it was not by accident. Okay? There's something inside of them that's murderous, whether it's to themselves or to people around them. Whatever we come in contact with is directly coming as a message to us to look inside, because can't see your own blemishes. And what am I supposed to do with that right now? Nothing. Okay? Don't do anything with this information right now. Just keep it. Just hold on to it. Just remember that you are living in this world. This entire world was created for me. What does that mean, that this entire world was created for me? Every single person in this world is supposed to be walking around knowing and feeling that this entire world was created for me. All the people, all the experiences, all the stuff, wherever I land up, all my journeys, what happens to me, it's all was created for me. All was created in my benefit, for me to grow, for me to really see. And as long as I am walking around this world pointing, the more I miss the point. If you point, you miss the point. If you point, you miss the point. You have to know how, we have to understand how to gauge these things. It doesn't have to be an emotional experience. It could be a very, 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 almost clinical one. Almost like, well, am I going to get emotional about 1 + 1? Okay, so I met a person and I see that they're greedy, or I see that they're cheap. Sababa. I probably am somewhere in that, my nefesh cheap like that also. And Ein Habdolach will teach us. If you want to, you know what, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of Ein Habdolach, because I have to say it already. Ein Habdolach teaches us like this. If you are walking down the street and something like that hits you, you have to see it and say, oh, hi Deborah. Okay? Whatever it is that I see that's ugly and like, so not like that. So not me. She's so like, whatever. She's such a show off. I'm so humble. Right? So let's say that's the experience. Let's say that's the story. So if I see it and if I'm honest, and if I could be honest, then what I do in that moment is say, oh, hi. It's not you. You're not real. You're just a figment of my imagination. You were attracted to me because this is what I am putting out into the world without even seeing that I'm putting it out into the world. I have to tell you something crazy that happened to me, and then I'm going to end. First, let me end up with the Ein Habdolach, and then I'll tell you something crazy that happened. So in that moment, you have to say, Hashem, thank you. Thank you for showing me. Thank you for this very 3D color experience. Thank you. So your mom comes at you and she's like, again? You and your thing and your that, and how come and why didn't you? And it's like, ugh, you have to know you're only being triggered because you only have a trigger for that. Your sister can hear that and she's not triggered at all. She's not triggered by that. Doesn't bother her. And you're like, why? Shemetz me no. You have that inside of you. That's why you're having such a reaction. The guy that almost killed me and my children, I must have a shemetz me no there. And that's what I did afterwards. I went in there and I cleared that out, which means I see it for what it is. It's coming into my life because I'm only being triggered because it's hurting me somewhere. It's alive. It's triggering something inside of me. Something only resonates with you. Something only touches you if it touches you. If you touch somebody's open wound, okay? If somebody has an open wound here and you touch it, it's like fire. So you only get triggered because someone touched something real. Shemetz me no. Something that you have inside of you. So our natural reaction is you. She could not trigger anyone else in the world besides for you, and the only reason she triggers you with her facial expressions and the way she moves her hands. Okay, I once taught a class in New York, and I had long hair. I just got this haircut, and I had long hair, and the whole time I was teaching, I don't know what, I had like static in my hair and stuff in my hair. I don't know, something was going on with my hair. And it was like all like burnt on the bottom, hence the haircut. So I was like playing with it the whole time, and she came up to me after the class, and she's like, Deborah, great class. I really can't stand when you touch your hair. I was like, really? What did that do for you? And she was like, it made me crazy. I'm like, why? Why did it make you so crazy? She was like, I don't know. I just felt like you were fixing yourself the whole time. Why do you have to keep fixing yourself for everybody? Like, who cares? She doesn't realize that I had this whole like, I don't know, I felt like there was like stuff in my hair, or like paper, and I don't know what else. But she was basically seeing herself. Nobody else. There was another 50 people in the class. Nobody else felt it. Nobody else saw it. Nobody else noticed it. I can't even tell you how much it bothered her. She had to like leave in the middle of and come back a few times because it really triggered her. In the moment you see it, in the moment you see the stimulus hits you, you say, that's there? That's in my living room? I don't want that there. I don't want that there at all. Oh, that's what's sabotaging this and this and this and this? Makes sense. Okay. It's time to go now. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being a part of my life for so long. I'm sure you had a service of some kind. It's time to go. I see you for what it is. And then once you identify it, you say, thank you, God. Thank you for showing me. The second thing you do is say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that that's what I looked like when I yelled at my mom. And I'm so sorry that that's the way I reacted when I was jealous. And I'm so sorry that the thing that I'm looking at that's so ugly right now, I'm so sorry that was me and like yesterday. I'm so sorry about, being like eating when you like eat the last thing, or like someone's cold and you grab the blanket for yourself, or like, and then you see someone else being like so inconsiderate. I'm so sorry for that time. And then you let it go. You say, please help me heal. Please help me work through these things. Help them just leave my being. And they do. That's what's beautiful. Then those people that keep coming up as a lesson, the narcissists, the abusers, the meanies, the people that make you feel like just life is not fair, where are all the kind people? Those people will disappear off the stage of your life. Because like attracts like. And you will begin to attract what you are. Because that's Ein Habdolach. You attract what you are. Crystal eye. You taste what you are. The man tasted like what they were. It was a manifestation of their internal environment. It was a manifestation of their living room. That's what it was. It wasn't something objective in and of itself. It was their experience was completely subjective to who they were at the point when they were eating it. And that's Ein Habdolach. Ein Habdolach is you want to change the reality in your life. You want to change the setting of your life. You want to change the people of your life. You want to change this background music of your life. Look inside. It's in here. And these people are gifts. And these experiences are gifts. See them and say, oh, God is showing this to me because I keep sabotaging my life. I keep using the same thing. I see this person that's angry. I think, ew. And then there I go. I'm always angry. I'm always complaining. I'm always negative. Or I'm a lot negative. I'm a lot complaining. I'm a lot frustrated. I'm a lot triggered. I'm a lot pointing. I'm a lot blaming. And then I see these people like, why are you so complaining all the time? Like, why are you so dark? Why are you so negative? Like, you should not be so negative. That's it. It's all coming back at us as a gift, because we can't see it ourselves. We can't see our insides. We can't see our insides. We think we're fine. Everyone else is wrong. So that's it. So in order to be able to replace that, you got to work these steps. And I'm happy I gave it to you now, because I feel like next class we can really, really gain a lot. Because once you understand, I usually keep it to the end because there's so much material, but I feel like it's good because once you understand the basics of how to do it, it's very simple. You say thank you for the experience, thank you for the person yelling at me, thank you for the person that almost ran me over, thank you for the guy in the bank that's yelling at me for no good reason. Okay, thank you. Because I see me. It's not him. He's fake. He's a figment of your imagination. He's not real. It's all you. It's all your mirrors coming. It's all your mirrors coming. So let's get rid of the dark demons in our life and create angels and beautiful experiences and love and connection. Let's do that. We do that by recognizing, okay, saying thank you, saying I'm sorry, I'm moving on, and choosing to have a very, very nice conversation with self. Oh, but I didn't do everything on my to-do list today. Okay, what did you do? Let's look on the bright side. Can we look at the bright side for a second? Okay, because when we look on the dark side, then we get dark. Okay? Very simple. Let's look on the dark side. Whatever you did do, whatever you could do, whatever you put yourself out there to do, good job. Celebrate yourself. Because then somebody will come into your life and start celebrating you. And it'll feel right. Because like attracts like. Tov? Any questions? Nothing? You're all good? All right. Thank you for coming. Let's continue this.